arriving at Jane Station.
Hey folks, it is Sunday, May 12th, so happy Mother's Day, or I guess belated Mother's Day, as it'll be several days after the fact when you see this. I am here at Jane Station on the city's west end, and the time is 2:42 p.m., and I think outside it's around 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. And for this Mother's Day, I'll be heading on up to Bloor Street and taking a walk to the east through Bloor West Village. And then I think I'll pop into High Park, where I didn't go a few weeks back when the cherry blossoms were in bloom. It's been a while since I've been over to this part of town. Two buses and the street. So obviously I didn't make it out to the Niagara area to see my mom for Mother's Day, but I'm hoping to get there later this month. And it's interesting that this is not a fare paid zone. Usually at the stations where you catch the bus, at least from the inside, you are in a fare paid zone, but anyone can just waltz off the street here and hop onto a bus. And this is Jane Street, and there's a look to the north. The Bobby Point or Babby Point, depending on who you ask, neighborhood is just off in that direction to the left. And what a gorgeous day. And these bike lanes were recently extended to go well west of here. They used to end at Runnymede Road, but now they run well into Etobicoke. And this is east along the north side of Bloor Street West, through an area known as Bloor West Village. Tulips, $15.99 for two. Oh, and a Krispy Kreme has moved in. Those have been popping up everywhere. Bloor West Village runs along Bloor Street from Jane, where I started, over to the west end of High Park. And most of the housing here is low-rise. There's not a lot of apartments and condos, at least not until you get much further east of here. Janchenko Bakery. There's a Momo restaurant. Fruiteria. I think I'll finish up at Keele Station after passing through High Park. And this area is actually home to the city's first business improvement area. That's what the Bloor West Village BIA stands for. So the businesses along here pay a fee into the BIA, and they in turn promote this community, among other functions. Vanity Nail and Beauty Bar. There's the Book City. I imagine anyone selling plants and flowers is doing a good business this weekend. But it's home to the first BIA, and there's now over 66 throughout the city. Fresh produce and flowers.
Just leave it here. Yep. Run next door. I'll be back.
I just want to see if they have a rubber tree plant, but it doesn't look like it. I think those are palms.
All right, let's go get ice cream. Okay.
This would have been a nice day to get out on the new e-scooter. There used to be a Kachi in Koreatown. I used to frequent that one quite often when I lived in that neighborhood. There's also one in Chinatown. And according to MintRealEstateToronto.com, I looked up some stats for this area. Although they define the neighborhood as Bloor West Village, they might have meant the Bloor West and Runnymede neighborhood. I think it's officially called. Or Runnymede-Bloor West Village. And that's the area just to the north of here. As Bloor West Village is really just the stretch along Bloor Street, but according to that website, the average or the median age of residents in this area is 42, and the population is a little under 10,000. But more interestingly enough, population density is medium. The walking score is 86, and that's pretty high. The biking score is 86, that's also quite high. Transit gets an 81, which I thought would be a bit higher since it's right on line 2 of the subway. And there's several north-south bus routes. And there's 8 schools in the area. Flowers, Laundry and Cleaners, Max's Market. Although you could say this area has gentrified. There's a lot of great small, local and independent retailers here. It's got a great character to it. And the bike lanes add a much needed buffer between the sidewalks and the busy street. It's certainly a lot more pleasant to walk along any street with bike lanes versus having moving traffic and vehicles parking immediately on the curb. Simply Thai, the works. There's a gallery and cafe. I'm gonna power ahead of those people. That lady's flip-flops are making quite the racket. There's a very ornate Shoppers Drug Mart in what used to be an old cinema. And at least for a while, they were strongly opposed to anyone taking pictures or recording in that location. It made the news that a number of people were told to put their camera away. Fair game, it is private property, but that's not a good look. For Mr. Weston, but I don't think he really cares much about public perception. If you take over our heritage property, I think you can expect people to want to pull the camera out. I should have walked across the street here and gone in, but I just missed the light cycle. Perhaps we'll do that on a future walk. There's Kinton Ramen. They made the news recently for being able to reduce their prices.
I love you, Dad. Go take a nap.
Yeah.
And once again, I pass a loud flip-flop lady. And I failed to point out at Runnymede Road, you could enter Runnymede Station. But you can also head there just to the north here at Kennedy. And coming up should be the Runnymede Library, which dates back to 1930, and it's considered to be a uniquely Canadian style. There it is on the corner of Glendowen and Bloor. And the architect was John M. Lyle. And apparently this was an exploration that combined French, English, and Aboriginal elements. And he said it was a rejection of European modernism, which was dominating architecture at the time. It's quite a beautiful structure. A Harvey's next to a New York Fries, next to a Timmy's. And this place has a location on Yonge Street. Dickey's Tex Barbecue Pit, legit Texas barbecue. I heard some good things about that place from viewers. Here's what I meant by there's more apartments and condos further to the east. There's some beautiful older walk-up apartments. And those are a bit of a dying breed. Everything seems to either be a low-rise or an extreme high-rise these days going up.
I haven't seen Addie.
And this is pretty much the end of Bloor West Village. So what I will do is cross over into High Park. And High Park, just on the right here, opened back in 1876. And it stretches from Bloor Street West, which is right here, down to the Queensway, which becomes Queen Street West, just east of here. And it's bound by Ellis Park Road and Grenadier Pond on the west end, Parkside Drive to the east, which we'll be walking by later. And there's a few different ravines that cut through the park. We're just going to be walking through a small section of the northeast corner. I've got the trail shoes on today, so putting them to good use for about 10 seconds. And the park is car-free on weekends. It should be car-free, say, for emergency and maintenance vehicles year-round. There's been a lot of local opposition to making it car-free, which is kind of remarkable that anyone would be opposed to that. Probably the same people opposing the bike lanes on Bloor Street. This playground is huge. This place would have been a zoo a few weeks back when the cherry blossoms were in bloom. There are sports fields just over there. And Grenadier Park is to the south and over to the right. There's a zoo, a small museum. And a lot of nice trails to explore. And this is the Black Oak Cafe.
What, when you were 4 years old? And so your whole childhood?
Here's a look at the prices. I can't speak for the quality of their offerings. But how nice is this? No cars. There's the bike share dock. The police have been known to witch hunt cyclists in this park. You do often exceed the posted speed limit and do laps. There's some inline skaters. Someone playing some tunes just to the north of here. To the north is the High Park Swansea neighborhood. And north of that is the Junction.
Well, at least grab some working at Jane's Station.
This site is the location of a prescribed burn. So this will link us back to Bloor Street. And I'll just head down to Keele Station. I'm actually going to make my way back west into Bloor West Village after this. So I'll be getting on the westbound subway platform. And I think there's a trail to the right here we can take down to Parkside Drive. Yeah, let's do a little more nature walking. And now that the nice weather is upon us, I'll do a few more ravine walks throughout the summer. I'll try to hit a few new ones I haven't yet covered and revisit a few of my favorites. And up until I left, I was watching the Blue Jay game, but now they're trailing 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th. They came back yesterday from being down 7-1 and they ended up winning 10-8. It's quite nice down here. All right, I'll make a left here and this should spit us out at Parkside and Bloor. Oh, I thought I saw a dead fish, but it's just a stuffed toy. So to the north of this intersection is Keele Street. On the south side here is Parkside Drive. And you'll notice there's a separate light for right turning vehicles. There's been a number of incidences of drivers clipping cyclists here. It's a downhill, and I think cyclists can go a lot faster than motorists anticipate. And that is Keele Station just over there. I'll have to do a walk between here and Dufferin in the near future. It's been a while since I've covered that route. Again, to the north of here at Keele and Dundas is the heart of the Junction neighborhood. See, unlike Jane Station, this one has a danger no entry, $500 fine for illegal entry. But I bet if you stood here all day, you would catch people walking in and out all day long. All right, time to head up to the westbound trains. There appears to be a train rolling in right now. That would be my train, but I'm going to hold off and catch the next one. It's not like the Blue Jays have the bases loaded, and I've been watching for the last 10 minutes or so, or ever since I checked the score in the park. Well, I hope you had a good Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day again to all the moms and mom-like figures out there. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your... This is loud. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.